I'm Chelsea Sherrod here at Gillette Stadium for day 5 of Patriots training camp here with Matt Chatham and Zach Cox. And Matt, I'll start with you. Bill Belichick said that practices this week are going to become more intense and be a little longer. Can you talk about if that intensity increased today and what you saw in practice today?
I think guys kind of understand the schedule, and there's a tempo to this that's unfamiliar to me. This is not what we did, but you really love it. It's a blessing because you got sort of a lead in, right? What happens with a lot of guys' bodies is you'll get those nicks and scrapes from the first few days of practices, if had they been, say, full contact and full pads, because of the unpredictability of movements. Now they kind of take that out. So you get the unpredictability of movements that you don't get when you're just working out at home or working out here, but there weren't pads on you. So I think your body kind of goes through the rough stuff before you actually have to do contact. It'll be different now as we move to that, but I think they really enjoy the fact that they get the lead in now.
Absolutely. And talking about bodies going through the rough stuff, let's talk about an absentee list. It's the same from last week. Like Stephon Gilmore, still not here at practice today or practicing. Zach, do you expect to see him this week at all, practice?
Yeah, that's really one of the bigger storylines surrounding this Patriots team right now because, especially with Stephon Gilmore, it's twofold. He's got the injury. He's coming off the torn quad. We've seen him rehabbing. We know he is in the building. But he also has that contract situation, that contract dispute. He wants to have a new contract or at least a contract adjustment. And until he gets that, he really doesn't have a lot of motivation to sort of rush himself back onto the field. So it's going to be very interesting to see when we do see Stephon Gilmore back out here. I think it's a positive sign that he's in the building, that he's rehabbing, that he's working out, but we've yet to see him out here in a helmet and pads.
The pads are coming out as early as tomorrow, so we're expecting those to come out tomorrow. What impact will that have on the intensity of practice and on this QB competition between Mac Jones and Cam Newton?
Well, I think you look at the roster and you look around the rest of the NFL, you survive the first week without any major sort of guys falling off and going down. Ted Karras is down, and that's unfortunate, but it appears to be minor, for at least from the reporting we've heard. So by and large, the roster's intact, other than the guys that began on PUP. Now you kind of hold your breath and cross your fingers that you get through the next week without 2 or 3 significant guys dropping, because again, it's something you can't plan for, especially the way the CBA has been done now. It's not as if guys were ramming into each other in these off-season programs. You build your body up in preparation for this, but when it happens, that's a new thing. So guys and coaching staffs really sort of kind of hold their breath as they go through this, and players do as well. This is your job, this is your profession, it's how you make your money, but this is really that window they got to get through. You really take care of one another. You'll see a lot of quick whistles and hey, keep them up. Don't let them get off the ground, because they know that this is the moment where you get that freak ACL. You get the, maybe the Achilles that pops out because of the little pressure on your body you're not getting from all the other kind of stuff you see in minicamp. So this is the tenuous moment. You want to get through this next stretch and then you're into the season.
Okay. And speaking of the next stretch, day 6 is tomorrow for Patriots training camp, the last full week before their first preseason game next week. Stay locked in on NESN.com for all your Patriots coverage.